随着自由市场进入白热化，詹姆斯在下赛季的去向引发全美球迷的疯狂讨论。近日，两届 MVP 得主扬尼斯·阿德托昆博震撼加盟迈阿密热火并宣布改穿7号球衣，这让热火瞬间成为夺冠大热门。ESPN 专家团指出，詹皇重返迈阿密并联手字母哥与阿德巴约的合理性正在大幅上升，热火的无税收优势更是巨大的诱因。然而，克里夫兰骑士和费城76人也在积极争夺詹皇。家乡情怀与完整的阵容是热火面临的最大挑战。究竟詹皇会选择落叶归根克里夫兰，还是前进迈阿密开启铁血防守新王朝？接下来，我们就透过中文字幕来收看这段精彩内容。
Well, Giannis is officially a member of the Miami Heat, the two-time MVP, NBA champ. He was introduced with his new team yesterday, and he's sporting a new number, number 7. Our own Young Masuk, he was in the building yesterday. He spoke one-on-one with both Giannis and Pat Riley.
If there was a scenario for that to happen, I would be very, very excited. He's one of the best players to ever play this game, if not the best. I'll be able to learn so much from him. Obviously, brings such a championship experience to the team right from day one. I think he's still one of the best players in, if not top 25. He has to be up there. You don't see signs of him slowing down at all. But I'm just, like everybody else, we don't have all the information. All the information is in LeBron James' hand and his family hands, and he's going to make the best decision for him. I hope if he thinks that the Miami Heat, that's a good decision for him. I would love for him to be here.
We've had conversations, with Rich, and they were very good. So if that happens, and he wants to come to the 305. We got a golf course, okay. The weather's nice, Steve Kerr. It's the same thing down here, and so, and there's no state tax, so that's a little better in California.
You know what? Yes, it is. So if they're making their pitches, let's just take a look at what the Heat's rotation could look like if LeBron James signs. And LeBron, he would probably be the lead playmaker, setting up a pair of dominant bigs and Giannis and Bam. So bringing back Brian Windhurst, Mark Spears, Bobby Marks here. Brian, you've said that LeBron to the Heat, it started maybe to make a little bit more sense as we near, where are we now? What is time? 2.5 weeks into free agency. Why is that?
Well, look, if LeBron picks Cleveland, everybody in the league will understand it in a second. It's totally fine. But obviously, he's weighing certain factors here. And, part of it is style of play. And if he goes to Cleveland, he won't be able to play the style of play he's played for the majority of his career, where the ball is mostly in his hand because of Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. And in Miami, the lead ball handler role is there. They're not a complete team. The Cavs would be a more complete team. But also, I will just say that Pat Riley, over the decades, Malika, has been able to have second acts with all these great players. Alonzo Mourning left under a little bit of a dark cloud and came back and had a wonderful end to his career there. Shaquille O'Neal, after leaving with Animus, ended up returning to the franchise, getting his number retired. Dwayne Wade obviously left in free agency in a disagreement, came back and had a great end to his career. Now there's a statue outside. Pat Riley knows how to bring guys back. And while there was obviously disappointment when he left in 2014, there has never been the animus that existed in other places where LeBron left. So I would just say that you can create a compelling case. It may not be the winning case. Cleveland may end up being the winning case. Philadelphia, certainly. But Miami has a pathway, especially with LeBron saying he's looking at the idea of multiple years. Well, multiple years has been the formula for him. He's won a championship in the second year everywhere he's switched teams. I think Miami would be at their best in a year from now, and LeBron could be a part of that.
One thing that kind of concerns me, or definitely concerns me about this team, is the scoring they lost with their stellar backcourt that they had last year. But from a rebounding standpoint, just with Giannis and Bam, you got two guys that over the last 5 years are in the top 15 in rebounding. Giannis was third, Bam was 12. And if you add LeBron James, and this is defensive rebounding, LeBron was 21. You're getting one shot. if you're playing these guys, you're getting one shot, which I think would certainly make them very daunting defensively. And I'm curious to see what would happen with Wiggins. Would they do something with Wiggins? Would they keep Wiggins? But if LeBron James goes there, I think this is going to be a very impressive defensive team.
Bobby, how would you see LeBron fit here? Because again, to Mark's point, they did lose a little bit of a scoring punch when Tyler Hero left this roster. Well, LeBron or not, this is already a new era, right, for the Miami Heat. And I feel a little bit bad that it's been so overshadowed by LeBron. This is Giannis Antetokounmpo that we are talking about, and he's actually going to be wearing number 7 for the first time in his 13-year career. He spoke about why he changed his number yesterday.
The reason that I really changed my number is because I feel like, 34 holds so much weight and has so much history. And out of the, respect to, the organization that drafted me and I played for 13 years, I decided to leave that number there and try to start a new chapter. Hopefully I can leave my mark here in Miami and make number 7 as legendary as number 34. But it's almost like kind of having a closure for me, just to have a closure from that number because it meant a lot to me. And number 7 looks good. It's fresh. It's clean. I saw some kids wearing it in the street, so I'm excited to create more moments with that number.
Well, it's been quite the week for Jalen Brunson, huh? After cleaning up at the ESPYs on Tuesday, the Finals MVP, he's been at Fanatics Fest. He's been hanging with WWE superstar Rhea Ripley. He was also asked about going from being the hunters to the hunted as the defending champs.
It'll be different for sure. It's obviously for the first 8 years, I've went through disappointment, obviously losing at the end of the season, and now winning. I think it's an even bigger challenge. Like you said, now it's a target on your back. Now players and teams have changed and gotten better. So how are we going to evolve as a team?
Yeah.
How are we going to figure out what's the next step for us? And that's going to be a really big, important question coming into training camp. Like, how are we going to be better? How are we going to literally look at the trophy, know that that was last year, and then forget about it? And so it's going to be a very interesting training camp to see where our mind's at. But I'm excited for the challenge.
Well, the New York Knicks, they did already accomplish one goal that Jim Dolan set out. They are under that second apron. To do that, they got rid of Mitchell Robinson. They did sign Andre Drummond. Bobby Marks, how much better, though, do you think maybe the rest of the East has gotten?
Well, Malika, I think you can make an argument that the Eastern Conference, at least top to bottom and from depth standpoint, is better than the Western Conference. I think when you look at Indiana, who will get Tyrese Halliburton back from that injury, if that Kawhi Leonard trade eventually goes through, Toronto certainly gets better. Philadelphia, Miami, top to bottom, even teams like Atlanta made some nice moves in the offseason, of course. So I think top to bottom, they are probably the better conference. But of course, when you look at West, when you have those two teams with Oklahoma City and San Antonio, those teams certainly stand out here.
Yeah, it feels like, and I'm hesitant to say this knowing that the New York Knicks are the reigning champions here, Brian, the best two teams in the NBA still reside, I think, in the Western Conference. That being said, what Jalen Brunson is saying, going into a training camp, and I know there's still question marks for the New York Knicks, like Karl-Anthony Towns and the extension that he could get to, the New York Knicks still feel like a team that has proven they can do it, knows what it takes. They'll have to buckle in, but it feels like a little bit of uphill sledding.
Well, Malika, I am out of the business of underestimating the New York Knicks.
It's a good decision.
I wish anybody who's taking out that position the best of luck. I agree with Bobby that the teams around them have strengthened without a question, and LeBron has not picked a team yet, and he's likely headed to the East, and that team will strengthen as well. I do think one of the most important things for the Knicks is what you just mentioned, Karl-Anthony Towns, and not only for this year. He's under contract for this year. Their whole starting five is coming back, but for the long term of this Knicks team, it's Towns' opportunity to extend his contract, and we saw Jalen Brunson take less in this same spot. We saw Mikal Bridges take slightly less a year ago than what he could have gotten. Towns, and to a lesser extent, Josh Hart, are both in position to take extensions this year. We just saw Victor Wembanyama leave some money on the table. It's driving the union crazy. Malika.
从这次专家团的分析可以看出 ，NBA 新赛季的格局正在发生天翻地覆的变化。如果詹姆斯最终决定重返迈阿密， 热火将同时拥有詹姆斯、字母哥和阿德巴约这3位防守一阵级别的恐怖球星。在艾瑞克史波斯特拉教练的铁血防守体系下，热火的防守效率无疑会直冲联盟第一。虽然字母哥和阿德巴约的内线进攻可能会面临空间拉开的问题，但詹姆斯作为顶级进攻发动机，能够利用他的挡拆配合和传球视野最大化的解放这2位内线猛兽，再配合新加盟的蒂姆哈达威的外线火力，热火的争冠窗口将会无限放大。另一方面，纽约尼克在布伦森的带领下正面临极大的防守压力，特别是卡尔·安东尼·唐斯等核心球员的合约谈判，这证明了第2土豪线规则正在发挥 Owners 预期的平衡 parity 作用。你们认为詹皇会去热火吗？尼克能顺利卫冕吗？欢迎在评论区留下你们的看法。谢谢大家收看这支影片。你们觉得詹姆斯真的会加盟热火吗？欢迎在下方留言分享你们的看法。别忘了按赞、订阅频道并开启小铃铛。我们下期影片再见。